my friends, how you doing today? I am doing well. Okay. Hold on, hang on. First of all, I have packages. I got one from Clocks and Rigs, which is, as we know, is a Scream Factory / Shout Factory, and the other one is from Half Price Books. I will be opening them up momentarily, but I will tell you. You ask me how I'm doing. How you doing? That's what you say. I hear. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it through the camera. I'm hearing. How are you doing? How have you been? The wife made me go see my doctor. Yeah, she made me go see my doctor. She threatened me. She told me that if I didn't tell him everything that was going on with me, that she was gonna call him up like she's like my mother or something. Actually, my mother probably wouldn't even make that phone call, but she like a mother, and she's gonna contact my doctor and tell him what's going on with me if I do not come straight forward and be honest with this doctor.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I'll tell you. Okay, I go to the doctor's office. I fill out that little form. They give you that little form now. You get a little form that you got to fill out. One of them is one of those license to treat you forms. Okay, which I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. I don't even have to read that. And it's you got to put down. I had to put down my wife as contact, I guess, in case I drop dead while I'm there, and she needs to contact somebody. Okay, and then they give you that other form. The other form is like, do you feel safe? Do you ever worry about where your next meal is coming from? Would you ever worry about running out of food? Do you ever worry about like all these little questions there? And I'll tell you right now, I sat there and I looked at it. I had a hard time answering those questions because I'll be honest with you, I don't know about you. Okay, I don't know about you and your personal life, whatever, but I don't think there's anybody on this planet that sometimes doesn't worry about where their next meal is going to come from. I mean, maybe a movie star, maybe rich people, or maybe people. But I'll tell you right now, me personally, I'm not a broke man. I'm not like living in the streets, but there are days when I wonder where my next meal is going to come from and whether or not we have enough food in our house to be able to eat. Okay, so I couldn't check that off. I had a problem checking that off because I was like, I think I'm being dishonest. Because there are days when I'm like, hey, hun, what do we have for supper? She's like, there's nothing here. I'm like, okay. I'm like, are we going to get something? She's like, well, we all get paid tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, so what are we going to eat tonight? And then, but literally I go into the cupboard and I end up, my kids call it, I make miracles. That's what they say. They love it when we run out of food because I create stuff. Okay? Because listen, when you are hungry, you go through your freezer and you eat stuff that you wouldn't normally eat. You create things, okay? And my kids seem to like the fact that I create things when we have almost nothing. Like I'll go into the back of the freezer. I'm like, oh, look at this, a package of chicken. We found a package of chicken. It's been sitting back there. I don't know how long it's been sitting back there. It's old, the old package of chicken. And hey, what's this? What's this? Broccoli. I found some broccoli back here, some old broccoli. Okay, so we got some old broccoli, we got some old chicken, and I got plenty of sauce because my wife saves the sauce from every place we ever go to. We got barbecue sauce, we got garlic sauce, we got sweet sour sauce, we got all kinds of sauce from every single restaurant we ever eaten in our life. She saves the sauce. Okay, she's a sauce saver. Okay, that's what she does. So I'm like, I can put something together with all of this: some broccoli, some chicken, some sweet and sour sauce and mix it all together, and we got some stir fry. We got stir fry. Yes, we got. But when it came time for the questionnaire, I was like, yeah, I don't want. If I mention that I'm having problems, are they gonna be like, am I an unfit parent? But this is the funny thing. I'm like, am I an unfit parent? Then I came home and I'm talking to my kids. I'm like, listen. I was checking off these things and I felt like an unfit parent because I feel like sometimes I can't provide a meal for you guys. And they looked at me and they're like, we're like all 18 and like 22 and 23 and 21 and 25. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't even kids anymore. So they can't take you guys away from me because you all adults. If you're not happy with the food supply here, you can just get the hell out. But it didn't dawn on me while I was checking off the thing. I'm thinking about my kids like they're babies. I'm like, can I provide for my child? Can I give my child a meal when they need a meal? Whenever they need a meal, I'm feeling really bad. So anyway, I go into the doctor's office right now. The reason why I'm there is because I have extremely high blood pressure. And I went into the emergency room. This was about maybe 3-4 months ago, whatever. And they admitted me, and I was there for 3 days. And they wanted to put a scope up my groin. Yeah, they wanted to go through my I guess my pea head or whatever. I don't know what they wanted to do, but whatever they wanted to do. Listen, as a man, when anybody mentions putting things in your pea head or your groin, okay, when they want to put a scope or they want to cut you anywhere down that area, you say no. In your head, any man is not gonna be like, yes, listen, sign me up for that extravaganza. Okay, I cannot wait for you to come and cut me in my groin and go through my testicles and put a scope up there all the way to my heart, okay, because and tell me whether or not all my pipes are working properly. Right? I was like, no, I'm not on board for that. Please, no, thank you. So what happened was they were like, okay, well the alternative is going for like some kind of CAT scan or whatever. But in order for you to do that, we got to slow your heart rate down to like nothing. So we gotta pump you full of medication to slow your heart rate down, so we can get the blood level going and your blood pressure down to like an unbelievable low amount, like almost borderline dead, in order for them to get the pictures that they need of my internal stuff to see whether or not my blood is pumping properly. So I'm like, I'll take B for the win, Alex. That's what I'll do. I'll take B. Screw that groin stuff and going through my pea head and give me my catheter and all. Listen, in my life, my entire life, I've never had a catheter. Thank God. Okay, knock on wood. Okay, knocking on wood there. I never had a catheter. Okay, I never want a catheter. They don't sound like fun. I don't want one. Okay, I know women get women. I tell you, guys and girls. I don't know. You know, we said women be stronger than guys. I'll tell you right now. My wife. Catheters galore, okay? You having a baby, you have a catheter. You got a catheter. You feel sick, you got a catheter. You know, catheters all the time, okay? Me, never had a catheter. Every time they've mentioned the catheter, I'm like, I can get better by myself. I'm gonna listen. You shut off the light. I'm gonna do a little praying. Okay, I'm gonna watch the church station, the channel that shows you the church in the basement or whatever of the place where I'm at, and I'm gonna pray until whatever the problem is gone, okay? And that's pretty much what happens. They leave it there, and I'm like, please, no catheter, please, no, you ain't going, you're not through the groin, you're not going through the groin, not doing. So anyway, so I went through all of that. The doctor tells me, gives me this new prescription, second prescription already for my high blood pressure, because my high blood pressure was like 220 something or 230 something over 180 something. It was a ridiculous amount. They admitted me right away, said I was like heart attack bound, widowmaker, gonna drop dead. But then they never told me nothing after that, because when everything was clear, after they lowered my heart rate, they never said nothing. They just gave me this medication. I keep taking the medication. They sent me on my way. So, of course, my doctor didn't authorize his medication. So, in order for him to make his money, he's got to authorize his medication. So, I got to go see him. So, I go see him, and this is what happens. Wow. Wow. I'm sitting there, and I go inside after filling out my little paperwork there, and they put you in the room. They put you in the room, and in the room they got reading material. Now, I know there's something wrong with me. I know that my mind was racing. I get about 2 hours sleep. My mind races all day long. The visions and thoughts that go through my mind all day long are unbelievable. Okay, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I think that's another reason what makes me such a good preschool teacher is that I can come up with a game or a thing to do or something like on the fly, like nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like if the kids are not feeling what I'm doing that day or whatever, I can switch it up and we could be doing something totally different and they'd be totally involved and totally happy and smiling, laughing, having a good time, because my crazy mind just comes up with these crazy different things, these different games and different things to do in order to keep the kids busy, in order to keep me happy, and keep it just keeps going. So my mind never stops. So I'm sitting in the waiting room and I'm looking up at the books, the book selection, okay? And the book selection, the magazine selection is bothering me. It's literally bothering me. I'm in there for like 15 minutes, not that long at all, but enough for me to be like, I'm looking at them, and it was the New Yorker. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the New Yorker magazine. Now, number one, I don't live in New York. I don't live in New York, anywhere near New York. I don't live in New York. And why does he have the New Yorker magazine? And I'm counting. And then what I did, I started counting. I looked at the price. I'm like, $8.99 a piece. You paid $8.99 a piece for these magazines? And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, wow, he's got over almost $200 worth of New Yorker magazines in here. Who's reading New Yorker magazines? So now he comes in, shakes my hand, everything. So, how you doing? I'm like, yeah. The wife said that if I don't come in and talk to you, then she's gonna give you a note. She says, she says there's something going on in the back of my legs. There's like, I got some kind of rash thing or something. I don't know what's going on. And she keeps coming in and taking pictures. I said, I don't know what she's taking pictures for. I don't know if I'm part of a new foot fetish line or whatever. Like maybe she's taking foot pics of me so she can make a couple extra bucks, because, you know, sometimes we're hurting for money. But she'll come in, she'll take pictures of my feet, and then she'll leave. And I'm like, what was that for? She's like, well, I'm worried about you. I'm like, who are you sending these pictures to? Are you putting them on Facebook? Where are these pictures going? She didn't send them to my doctor, so I don't know why she's taking pictures of these pictures of my legs. I don't get it. Or my feet. I was very confused. So I tell the doctor this. I'm like, I don't know. The wife's coming in. She tells me I got something going on. He goes, is it itchy? I'm like, no, it's not itchy. Is it burning? No, it's not burning. Is it flaky? No, it's not flaky. He goes, then I'll just leave it alone. I said, that's what I was doing. I was just leaving it alone. I was just laying there watching TV, leaving it alone. She's the one that came in there because I was snapping pictures like she was the foot paparazzi. I said, this doesn't make any sense to me. So he goes, so what's been going on with you? I said, well, I explained to him about that, me being hospitalized and everything. I said, and the reason why I'm here is because I can't get my prescription because you didn't authorize the prescription, and I need my prescription. And he's like, okay, let me check to see his prescription thing or whatever. He goes, so he goes through the thing and everything's like that. He goes, so what else is going on with you? I'm like, I don't know. I got sleep apnea. I said, but you guys wanted to send me for a sleep study. That was going to cost me $385, and that gave me anxiety because I can't afford $385 for a sleep study. So I bought myself a CPAP machine off of Facebook Marketplace, and I programmed it myself by watching YouTube, and I've been on the CPAP machine. I said because I didn't need a doctor to tell me that I had sleep apnea because my wife said I stopped breathing for like 20 minutes to half an hour, and I wake up sometimes gagging and choking and stuff. I can't lay on my back. I said I knew I had sleep apnea. I didn't need a doctor. I didn't need a specialist. I didn't need a sleep study to tell me that I had sleep apnea. I figured it out on my own without paying $300 and change, and I bought myself a sleep apnea machine, which was a used sleep apnea machine off of some guy that had it for like a couple months, and he's like, I just lost some weight and I didn't need it anymore. I'm like, so if I use this machine, will I lose some weight too? He's like, no, I started exercising and stuff. I said, well, forget about that. I'll just use the machine because there's no way you're gonna get me exercising. I go from listen. The reason why I sit here and I do sit down is because I can never be a stand-up comedian because I'm too lazy. Too lazy to do stand-up. I don't do stand-up. I do sit down. Okay, so all this comedy you're getting over here for free is oh, by the way, hit the subscribe button because this comedy is not for free. You're paying for this comedy. Hit that subscribe button and help a guy out. But I do sit down because I'm lazy. So he's like, so what are you looking for? I'm like, I don't know. I think the value of my life has gone down. I'm like, I feel kind of. I said I'm not depressed, but I'm like down. I'm like I have at least 2 or 3 anxiety attacks a week. I'm tired all the time. I'm sleeping 2 hours a day. He goes. So this part cracked me up. He's like, what would the 16-year-old you look like? He goes, because I see the, how you look now, and I see you got a lot on your plate, and I see that you're going through a lot of trouble, and you're taking a lot of medication. He goes, you're taking medication for anxiety, you're taking medication for high blood pressure, high cholesterol. But what was a 16-year-old you like? Because I told him, I said, listen, I go home and I am secluded. I seclude myself to the bedroom. I don't really talk to many people. I said, I've been doing that mostly all my life. I said, my father was extremely verbally abusive, and he used to attack me. I said, you remember phone lines? I said, he used to cut my phone line so I couldn't have friends. He didn't want me to have friends. I wasn't allowed to have friends when I was a kid, and I don't have any friends now. I don't have any physical friends. The closest I got to friends are 4 and 5-year-olds that I teach in school, and you people. Okay, that's the closest I got to friends. Besides that, I come home and I seclude myself to the bedroom, and I sort my movies, and I keep my mind busy by cataloging and sorting movies. So he's like, so what did the 16-year-old look like of you? When you were 16, what did he look like when he was you? Oh, I was like, I was high. Yeah, I said I was high all the time. That's what a 16-year-old would be.
What's the problem, son?
I was selling drugs out of my locker. I said I was smoking weed. I said I was high all the time, and I didn't have no anxiety attacks. I was nice and calm. I was a totally calm guy in high school. He's like, whoa. Well, we don't want to go back to that. I'm like, well, why'd you bring it up? Because now that I think about it, the 16-year-old me was a lot more relaxed than the me now. I was selling my stuff to my friends out of my locker. He goes, well, I can't prescribe you a locker full of weed. He goes, that wouldn't be right. I'm like, well, yeah. I said, I get you. I said, I don't want to go back to that either. I don't want to go back backwards. I want to go forward. I said, but my value of life is kind of sucking. I said, I've never been on a trip in my life. I never gone anywhere in my life. I'm afraid to do so. I don't know what to do about it. I'm a really good preschool teacher. I'm really good with the parents. I'm really good talking to people one-on-one, but I have a problem in big gatherings. I'm a DJ that doesn't really like to talk on the microphone. I play the music. I've been DJing since I was like 16 years old, 15, 16 years old. So I've been DJing for a long time. So I'm a good DJ, but I don't like to talk. I don't like to, in a crowd of people, I have a hard time talking. So he's like, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna try something. We're going to try something. I'm going to put you on this stuff called Celexa. I'm like, Celexa? So first thing through in my head, he goes, are you on board with that? I'm like, buddy, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, is this your room? He goes, yeah. I said, this magazine collection over here, I said, these your magazines? No, this, because another person uses this room with me, so, you know, those are their magazines. I said, okay, do you realize that you have, about almost $200 worth of New Yorker magazines? We don't live in New York. I said, these are, and I opened one up. I said, this is going to be the most boring magazine I've ever met in my life. Now, listen, if I was coming in here and I was like dying of something, this is not going to be the last magazine I want to read. This is a terrible selection of magazines. Plus the fact that you got on your questionnaire whether or not I'm looking for my next meal, and I'm looking at you spend over almost $200 on these crappy magazines for me to read. And he comes over, he starts looking at the magazines. He goes, yeah, you're right. He goes, these are terrible magazines. He goes, in my real room, I have like Golfer magazines and Sports Illustrated and this, that. Now, I'm not a sports guy, but I'm listening to his selection of magazines. I'm like, this is a hell of a lot better than like 25 New Yorker magazines. And he goes, so in general, how are you doing? I said, listen to me. I said, I've been sitting here for 15 minutes. All that's been going through my mind is how much money you spent on these magazines, how terrible these magazines are, and how you're overspending money on magazines. On top of that, you come in here and you tell me about you want to send me for this $300 study, and you're not going to authorize my medication to whatever. I said, you tell me how I'm doing. You tell me if my mind is not racing. You tell me if my mind is normal. You tell me if I'm calm, cool, and collected. You tell me if I got it all together, okay? And he's like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try you on the Celexa. So I'm like, I said, this is another one of those. I said, is Celexa one of those medications that they show on TV that you see the commercial and they're like, you guys, they show like the happy people on the bikes and everything. And listen, I swear on a stack of Blu-rays, okay, that this was a real conversation between me and the doctor. Now, he must have looked at me like I was absolutely crazy, but I'm like, this isn't one of those commercials there where the guy's riding the bike and the girl and the guy riding the bike together and they're smiling, they're ringing the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and they're giggling and everything, having the greatest whole time ever. And then on the bottom, really, really fast, they start saying, may cause internal bleeding, you may die, do not take it for your pregnant, don't take it if you have alcohol, don't take it if you smoke, don't take it if you it may cause heart palpitations, might cause delusions, may cause. I said, this is one of those things. He goes, no, it's been on the market for a long time. He goes, you're going to be fine with it. Don't worry. I said, listen, is it going to ruin anything? Am I going to be messed up at all? He's like, no. He goes, I've been prescribing this stuff for a while. It's going to be good. I said, okay, but I'm taking the Xanax too. I said, and I'm taking the Metropolo, whatever, for high blood pressure. I'm taking this one for high blood pressure. I'm taking this one for cholesterol. I'm taking this one for the vitamin D that I got to take because I got low vitamin D because I don't go out in sunlight because I like to stay secluded in my bedroom all year long. I'm like, is this gonna mess up with anything? No, take a half a pill. He goes, it should help you build more confidence. I'm like, what does that mean? Am I gonna now this is my second day on Celexa, okay? And what do you think? What do I seem the normal me today? I don't know. To me, I feel a little more I feel like I have more energy, and I was assuming that this was gonna kind of calm me down a little bit, that the mind would not race so much, so maybe I can get some more sleep. That was the theory in my mind. I'm like, why would, if I just got done telling you I sleep 2 hours a night? He's like, because he tells me, he goes, you need a tune-up. That's what he told me, like I'm an automobile, okay? His exact words, quote unquote, you need a tune-up, okay? I'm like, okay, let's open the hood, doc, and let's change the spark plugs. I said, I don't know what the heck you want from me, but I guess I need a tune-up, okay? So I mean, you comment below. Is this normal? Is this a normal me? I mean, you watch these videos, okay? Is this normal? Anyway, that I'm not even counting as a rant. That wasn't even a rant. This is just me telling you my doctor's office experience. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy. And I felt like I needed to tell him a little bit of everything because the wife was like had me against the wall. She's like, you know, if you don't tell him what's going on, you know, I'm going to tell him that you. And I told him everything. I said, listen. I sometimes I get up and I fall over. I've been getting bad Charlie horses lately. That's what they call them, Charlie horses, where actually the muscle in the back of your leg pops out of your leg and you're punching yourself in the back of the leg. This happens every morning. This is new. And I think that has to do with the medication. I think it has to do with the other medication that they put me on for the high blood pressure. Okay, because this has started happening when I started taking the high blood pressure medication. Every morning I get up, I try to scooch myself down to the bottom of the bed, and by putting that strain on that muscle, by pushing my legs, my body into the bottom of the bed, it pushes on one of my calves, and the muscle pops right out, and then it's excruciating pain where I'm just punching myself in the back of the leg, and then I hobble like misery, like the author there, what's his face there, I'm hobbling, okay, into the bathroom and barely making it to the toilet because I can barely walk, okay? Not normal. Okay, this is not normal stuff. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming by. I did open these things because I opened them but I didn't look at them. Let's make that very clear. I opened them but I didn't look at them only because my razor knife had to be used for another occasion, I guess, or whatever. So somebody needed it. Okay, that's what happened. So this is Brooks and half price books, and we have a copy of The Producers starring Gene Wilder. There we go. Producers starring Gene Wilder. Now, I ordered this. I have this on DVD. This is an upgrade. And I was up in the air about this because there's a Kino release and there's a Shout Factory release. This is the Shout Factory release, and I figured Shout Factory is superior over Kino. Okay, I gotta throw it out there. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's gonna disagree with that. I mean, maybe the fact that, you know, the Shout Factory, Scream Factory does have their tendency of messing up on different things. Sometimes the voices don't match, or they edit things the wrong way, or they do things wrong. But they always come back and they always fix the problem. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with the Shout Factory version of The Producers because the Kino version looked really cheap looking. The cover looked really bad. The cover reminded me of like an old Marx Brothers album movie, and I was like, this one looks more Shout Factory-ish, or more like it should be on my shelf. I mean, even the side and everything. Let's see what's going on here. It's also, the other thing that sold it on me is okay, what's going on? Disc 1 Blu-ray, Disc 2 DVD. So it is also the Disc DVD and Blu-ray combo pack, and it also has special features. Okay, special features, making of The Producers documentary, Mel and his movies, The Producers, theatrical trailer, sketch gallery, deleted scenes, and more. I'm assuming the and more is the rest of the stuff that they have on Kino. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go with this one. Does it have a reversible cover? Because they like to do that fun stuff there. It does have something going on there. Yeah, so it's got like, it does have stuff on the inside. It says, The Producers, Mel Brooks, Zero Mostel. Am I saying that right? Listen, I bought it for Gene Wilder. I didn't buy it for Zero. And I do know the guy's name is Zero because they say it a lot. And I have one of these. And when I have one of these, you know it comes with a poster. And you know what I do with my posters? I throw them over there until I find enough time to go stick them in the closet. I have probably about, and I'm not even joking, approximately 40 plus posters. 40 plus, I'm guessing. I'm not selling them. They're not for sale. I'm going to give them to my kids sooner or later when they need to pay a bill or something happens or whatever, and they're stuck. They're stuck. Then I'm gonna say, here, let's try selling these posters first. I know some of the Friday the 13th prints are worth some money, and I know some of the hard to get posters. I think it's like a They Live or especially some of the older stuff that I got. I'm trying to think of what I got. Halloween's, yeah, some of the older things that I ordered online. Dawn of the Dead, the remake and stuff. Anyway, they got to be worth something, and if the kids ever need money, then that'll be their thing. So this one also comes with a poster. This poster is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna if I show you the poster, then you're gonna know exactly what's inside here. So I'm gonna take the poster and I'm gonna give it the old throw over to the corner there. It was in good shape, by the way. And this has, when I go like this, you'll see we have nothing in the box and one title. What a waste of cardboard, huh? Let's throw it out there. Scream Factory or Shout Factory. Waste of cardboard here. And this is the Now, the only reason I bought this because it is the 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray combo. Now, I already own the special edition Blu-ray, of course. Listen, this isn't of course, okay? Because this movie changed my life. Changed my life forever. Nah, I'm only kidding. I went to go see this movie in the movie theater, and I left. There's two movies that's ever done this to me, and you guys can comment below on this thing. I don't know if it's the lighting. And I believe is this Oliver Stone? It is Oliver Stone. Okay, so they were both Oliver Stone films too. I don't know what's going on with these two movies. So this movie and The Doors by Oliver Stone. I went to go see it in the movie theater, and I when I left the movie theater, I don't know if it was because of the darkness and the lights and the way the lighting that he uses or the flashing or whatever it is that he does. I literally felt like I was tripping when I left the movie theater. And this is a copy of Natural Born Killers on they got this on the Scream Factory title, or on the Shout Factory label. And this, it's 4K and Blu-ray. Now, once again, I'm not a 4K guy, but because this is one of my faves, I had to have the 4K. I had to have it just because you never know. You never know. And plus, Shout Factory. And it came with a crappy poster, so you know. And the photo on the cover. Actually, I have the digibook of Natural Born Killers and the Blu-ray and the DVD. So I have 3 versions of Natural Born Killers, or well, DVD, Blu-ray, and digibook, and now the 4K Blu-ray combo pack. But I don't know if I would have bought this. It was just the 4K. I don't know if I would have, because all the extras are probably already on the other edition. So let's see what they got for extras here. Let's see what they do for us for the 4K. Here we go. Just the 4K. Disc 1, the 4K. We have new 2023 4K scan of the digital camera negatives and an audio commentary by the director and co-writer Oliver Stone. That's it. That's all you get, and probably some flawless picture quality that I could care less about, because I mean, even if you went to go see this in the movie theater back in the day, it would not have been flawless. And this whole 4K thing and trying to make everything so darker and deeper and clearer without the little speck. I mean, I don't know about you people, but don't you miss the little specks in the corner? Remember back in the day, they used to have these little rings that used to pop up in the corner. And I was told, this may not be true, it could be true, I don't know, comment below if it's true, that the specks in the corner meant back in the day that you were supposed to set up the next reel on the projector when they used to use actual film. And when they would show it in the movie theater, so the little speck in the corner was like a warning for the projection artist, the projection guy, the worker, to put the next reel on and get it ready so that the movie would not stop running. Now, you could tell me if that's true or not true. It might not be true, but that's what I was told back in the day. Because I was wondering, what was that? What's that little pink, that little speck that would happen in the corner for no apparent reason whatsoever? And this is what I was told. But I like stuff like that. You know, I like to have, I mean, not like super grainy where you can't see it. Like this, I got some old school East Side Kids or Bowery Boys, some stuff from Laurel and Hardy that is just very washed out and very beat up. But then we're talking old movies here. I mean, how bad could Natural Born Killers actually be? It was beautiful in the movie theater, so it's probably gonna be beautiful. It was beautiful on Blu-ray, it was beautiful on DVD, and it's probably gonna be beautiful on 4K. But I'm probably not gonna hop on it right away and watch it on 4K. I'm gonna watch it on Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray has disc 2. The Blu-ray has the director's cut. Okay, it has the 2023 scan of the original camera negative, interview with editor Hank Crowan. Okay, let me see. Interview with producer Clayton Thompson. Audio commentaries. And this has a disc 3. They threw a disc. Okay, maybe this will be worth it then, because I got a disc 3 in here. And disc 3 has the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. So this is the thing. Okay, and it's got some more stuff. Wait a minute. Let me give you the audio commentary. Natural Born Killers, The Making of the Madness. NBK evaluation. How would it all go down now? Okay. Chasing and Rising. The Storm of Around. I'm going a little blind there, by the way. I don't know you know that. The Storm Going Around, Natural Born Killers, the documentary. And we got a deleted scenes. We have and an alternate ending. So you get listen. Let me just throw this out there at you. Once again, you got the 4K. It's got a commentary on it. Big deal. Okay, big deal, and it probably looks really nice. Big deal. Okay, number one, I don't have a 4K TV that I watch all the time. I do not have a 4K player that I use all the time. I have a Blu-ray player and a TV that is actually 1080p. Okay, so as high as I'm going to get is 1080p. So I'm going to watch the Blu-rays. And if I was going to watch the 4K and go in the living room and watch the 4K, number one, I ain't going to watch Natural Born Killers with the wife and kids. I don't think my wife and kids have ever seen Natural Born Killers, because I would never sit down and watch Natural Born Killers with them, because it's one of those uncomfortable movies that you don't want to sit. This is not a family movie. This isn't like, hey, let's gather the family together on a Saturday night. Let's cook up some popcorn. Let's watch some Natural Born Killers. No, this is a watch by yourself. Enjoy some Natural Born Killers, and that's it. That's what this is. And the fact that you get 3 discs, okay, you get the 4K and you get the 2 Blu-rays with all the extra stuff on the Blu-rays, just shows me once again that all we need is the blue. The 4K. If you have a Blu-ray player and a really, really good TV, I'm willing to bet you're not even going to care about the 4K. I don't know. To me, sometimes I think the 4K is just a gimmick. I mean, what's next? I think where's my holographs? Where's my Star Wars holographic "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope"? Where I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden I literally got Natural Born Killers standing right in the middle of my living room, moving around and stuff like that. I got a big Rodney Dangerfield, being drowned in a fish tank type. When is that gonna happen? When? Because all we got now is we got 4K, and then we got 4K scans on Blu-rays, which once again, somebody mentioned that to me. They said that's just because it's a new scan, and then they put the 4K scan on the Blu-ray. But really, listen. The deal is that I can put the 4K in and put the Blu-ray in, and I'm sure that I could pick apart both of them and tell you the positives and the negatives in both. I bet you there's negatives in the 4K. I bet you there's something wrong. I bet you they're too dark in certain areas. I bet you the color's off. There was something recently that a guy did. I was watching them doing a comparison of something. What was it? I want to say it was Showgirls, okay? And I'm watching the comparison video. Yeah, it was Showgirls, okay? I think it was 4K Kings or whatever, and they were showing the comparison between Showgirls. And I'm watching this thing, and I'm like, who cares? I'm like, do I really? Number one, it's Showgirls, okay? Who cares? Oh, I'm sorry that Elizabeth Berkley's I don't know, backside might be a little more grainy in the Blu-ray than in the 4K. I mean, who really? Okay, let me open this thing up here. Let me see what they got going on here. Yeah, we got the cover here with the regular. Should I crack it open? Should I see if there's anything? I mean, I might as well. You're here anyway. I mean, let's see what they, because this is definitely I ain't gonna get rid of this. This is part of the collection. The box is going in the trash in a few minutes, but yeah, we got 3 discs, 1 disc, and 2 discs, and 3 discs. Reversible cover art here. I don't know. It's a 4. No reversible cover art. Yep, we got the Blu-ray director's cut, Blu-ray theatrical cut, and what everybody wanted was the 4K director's cut, which, see, that's another thing. Think about this. I want to see this the way I saw it in the movie theater. In order for me to do that, I still got to put in the Blu-ray, because all you get is the 4K director's cut. Maybe I don't want to see the director's cut. I'll be perfectly honest with you. When I sit down and watch a movie, most of the time, I put on the theatrical cut. The other day, I put in, I hope it's still out so I can remember what the heck it was. It was something. It was something else. I can't remember what it was. Wow, what was it? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a complete blank. But anyway, I put it in, and it gave me the option between the theatrical cut or the director's cut. And I totally went with the theatrical cut. I was like, you know what? I don't want to sit here for another 10 more minutes. I want to see it the way actually, no, it was Last House on the Left. That's what it was. Last House on the Left. And they gave me the option between the theatrical cut or the unrated version. And I was like, I don't want to watch the unrated version. I want to watch the way that people saw it in the movie theater. So that way I can pick it apart and say, you know what, was this movie good or not good myself, or remember it the way I saw it in the movie theater. I did not see Last House on the Left, by the way, in the movie theater. So, but I was like, I'll watch the theatrical cut version, then I'll watch the unrated cut version, and I'll make my own judgment after that. But that's kind of sad that you get the 4K. Why wouldn't you give me 2 4Ks? Why wouldn't you give me a 4K with the theatrical cut? Why wouldn't you give me a 4K with the director's cut? Why isn't that a thing? Okay, that's something that 4K really needs to figure out. If they want to keep that 4K market going, and they want to build on the 4K market, and they're trying to abolish all Blu-rays, I think that's what they need to figure out. You need to figure out how to get bonus features on your 4K. You need to figure out how to get the theatrical cut and the director's cut all on your 4K, or the unrated cut, or all 5 cuts or something. I have one movie, I think it might be Caligula or whatever movie it is, that has like 3 or 4 different cuts of the movie. Dune, I think, has a couple of cuts. I'm trying to look at what I got up there. There's like three or 4 cuts on Waterworld, and I got the 4K and the Blu-ray of that, and they still couldn't figure out how to get all the cuts all on one disc. You get the 4K on a separate disc, and you get nothing on that, and then everything else is on the Blu-rays. So if they want to keep this rolling, I know there's always going to be people. There's people out there that they just like, the Blu-ray is so beautiful. It's worth every dime. The 4K, the 4K is even better. The 4K is worth every penny. I'm upgrading my Blu-ray collection to the 4K because I want to have that crystal clear everything. Well, I don't know, man. I got the Superman 4K collection, and I got to throw it out there that I didn't see really a big difference. Star Wars, same thing. I was like, no. You know what I would have liked to see on Star Wars? I would have liked to see the original versions I saw in the movie theater back when I was a kid. That's what I would have liked to see. The ones without the digitally CGI Jabba the Hutt, where Han Solo is going to step over him and everything like that. I don't want to see that crap. I didn't want to see it when they brought it back into the theater, and I don't want to see it now. I want to see the originals. And the only way I can see the original of Star Wars is I actually have these DVDs and it's only on DVD that have the theatrical version, the real official version from back in the day that I remember as a kid. And isn't that sad that they can't even give us what they want? It's probably Disney. Disney probably, because they have the rights, they don't want to give you what you want. They're gonna give you whatever they want to give you. They're gonna give you whatever they feel like giving you. Make sure you subscribe to their Disney Plus and everything like that. And you give them your money every single month, and they'll give you what they want to give you. Okay, and forget about physical media. They'll pick and choose the physical media for you. Okay, I feel like I'm under control. Like I got puppeteers. I'm puppet master. Okay, that's what I feel like. With that said, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.